Okay, here we go, everybody. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. Pre-market report. Let's start off with that. It's basically flat across the board. We're going to hear from it tomorrow. It being, well, the Federal Freaking Reserve Freak Show, who is now, along with the U.S. Treasury, involved in the biggest QE backdoor scam the world has ever seen. And these trade deals that we're apparently getting, there's no deals here. These are all optics with all kinds of things that need to be worked out. And this may happen and that may happen. It's just garbage. Again, it's unfortunate what has happened to the United States. We're being shoved into a corner because of deadlines and threats. It just doesn't work. So what's happening right now, unfortunately, is we're basically getting the shaft across the board just to maintain the optics of some kind of an illusion. The whole thing is an illusion, period, the end. And we're going to talk more about that in just a moment. But it should upset you to realize that you're being lied to yet again. Imagine your shock. Imagine my shock. We're not getting anything here. What we are getting is import taxes across the board. How does that work? How does a deal for the American people ultimately mean that you are still paying an import tax? Oh, I'm sorry, it's called a tariff. It's a freaking import tax. And that's the way it is, man. We're being destroyed from within. You are being wiped out. Period. The end. But the stock market is going to defy gravity on the back of the scam that is going on right now with the Federal Reserve and the Treasury buying it all. It's not just the Fed anymore buying it all. It's the Treasury buying back their own debt, cannibalizing itself. You can't make it up. But we're going to cover what I'm calling the convergence. The convergence. Started working on this late last night, couldn't sleep, so I got this all down for you. Anyway, I want to cover that. But anyway, going back to this market. So tomorrow, we're going to hear from World Control or the United States Control, whatever, the Federal Reserve with regard to monetary policy. The bottom line is they don't need to cut rates at all. They don't need to do anything. They already have the world, the United States, and you by the throat and by the balls. All right? This mechanism here to keep the bond market appearing stable. Meanwhile, what's going on? As we all know, Fed's buying it all. Now the Treasury's buying back its own debt to maintain the illusion of stability in the debt market. You can't make it up. But what's the end result? Industrial scale dollar debasement, devaluation on top of this import tax that you're paying across the board because we can't get a deal. We can't get a single comprehensive deal here. You can't make it up. Again, there's no trade deals, not one. They're all optics. And again, on the back of everyone, you're still paying for it. How is that a deal? Explain that to me. Someone that's smarter than Greg, which is all of you. But please, come on, guys. With regard to the market, as I said, stock futures are slightly higher this morning. There's a little bit of a knee jerk into the dollar. I would imagine on trepidation, fear, whatever, that what the Fed may or may not do tomorrow. But as I said, they don't have to cut rates. There's no reason why the Fed has to. Will they? I have no idea what they're going to do. I don't know. But I can tell you with this scam they're pulling off with the Treasury right now to keep the illusion of the debt market alive, they don't have to do a damn thing. But I think it's a setup. I'll tell you what I believe is going to happen. Let's just throw out a few scenarios here. If in fact the Fed does not cut rates, although there's backdoor QE deep in the heart of the gabagool going on right now with the Treasury now involved in buying back its own debt, it's going to set up another optic illusion how Trump is fighting the Federal Reserve, meanwhile getting all he wants. What does Trump want? He wants lower rates, which we now have a Fed in here buying it all along with the Treasury. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's 100% behind the Treasury buying back its own debt. In other words, cannibalizing itself just to maintain the illusion. You know, people, look, it's too obvious what's going on here, honestly. And the dollar is dying. Our industry is dying on the back of currency debasement, currency purchasing power losses. People are not consuming. so factories don't produce. Duh. I mean, come on. Do we really have, look, I'm gonna just say it. Do we have a brain dead president and a brain dead vice president? Or is there something else going on in the shadows here? I think there's something going on in the shadows. There's no way on this earth or off this earth that we could have, I guess it's possible, world leaders here who don't understand basic economics and finance. Is it possible? Is it possible? I guess so in the abstract. Anyway, so flat market this morning, a knee-jerk higher into the dollar on the back of what the Fed may or may not do tomorrow. Frankly, does it even matter anymore? Does it even matter anymore? What are we going to do, you and me? We're going to bet against the system, become our own central banks. Anything that we can do to be outside of this charade, this illusion that has been created, is going to get real. It's getting real for people right now. We're going to talk more about that in a moment when I go over the convergence with you. This may be one of the most important pieces of work I've done. So for those of you that already subscribe to the Freedom Platform, get it out there. Earn credit towards a free subscription. You share this stuff, you refer people to the Freedom Platform, you could earn unlimited free subscriptions to the Freedom Platform. Just do that, guys and girls, okay? I got your back, always. Anyway, cryptocurrency is not doing too much this morning. Again, flat along with the stock futures, which are slightly higher. Nothing major going on here. 10-year yield pretty much rock solid on the back of what the Fed and the Treasury are doing here. The yield curve control to the highest order. And that may be enough in and of itself to continue to push the stock market higher on the back of currency debasement. What does it do? What is this mechanism meant to do? Open up a doorway to let cash flow right into risk assets or the stock market, where the rest of the economy is pillaged via the Cantillon effect for the 1% and 2%, 1% and 2%ers. We're being robbed blind by these people. And what are we doing? People in some corner sucking their thumb off doing nothing. Does it make you want to vomit? It makes me want to vomit. Gold, silver, and we got crude oil this morning, slightly higher. Okay, that's pretty much the setup for the market. Now, let's talk about this. People, just real quick, 6 days from today, these morning videos, poof, gone, finished, vanished. It's going right over to the Freedom Platform. I despise YouTube. See what they did to me again last night? As soon as I start to cut into the stuff they don't want you to hear, they cut me right off. This is not freedom here. You like YouTube? Good, you stay here, okay? I will still do a post-market video. By the way, live streams are now officially over and done. I can't do them if I'm not allowed to put out the information. How many times have you witnessed me get cut off midstream while I'm talking about something that you want to know, that you should know? This is all being screened. Everything, this video, AI screened. Your comments, AI screen. This is not freedom. This is censorship. You want to be a part of that? That's how you define freedom? Good for you. That's not how I define it. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, 6 days from today, this is gone. But you have an opportunity here. Number one, click on the link right freaking now. Right now. Just do it. That'll take you to the Freedom Platform. Take advantage of the 1 week free trial. Then, if you like it, if I'm providing you with information that you feel is important, yeah, you subscribe to it. Then you start earning yourself unlimited free subscriptions for freaking life just by sharing stuff like this, which we're going to cover in a minute, and referring people. That's it. It's free for you. What do you guys want? I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I'm not paying $3 a month. I'm just not doing it. It's above me, whatever it might be. Sometimes you got to invest in yourself, people, just a little bit. And sometimes it's just $3 a freaking month to get out of this Babylonian system that we're in right now. And we've built our own sanctuary over there. There's no scammers, there's no bots, there's no screening, there's nothing, there's no censorship. But here, you can do it for free. All right, guys, listen. Again, this is in your inbox, and I am going to cover these in their entirety right up until, starting on Monday, you will not see these videos anymore. So this is your opportunity to shine. Join us, the Lions, in the Freedom Platform. So, the convergence, a perfect economic storm. I'm going to urge you guys to go over this carefully, read it. I'm going to read this now, but again, it goes in one ear and out the other. When you have it in your hand, kind of like when you hold real things in your hand, It's different. So Lions, Babylon is breaking. Listen to this. And Babylon will burn down its own house to hide what lies beneath its floorboards. I've been telling you this lately. And Babylon will do that, taking everyone and everything with it. The perfect economic storm, a convergence of collapse factors now spiraling into full acceleration. Let's just start off with the basics here. What everybody knows, and I guess no one wants to talk about. Exploding debt. U.S. debt now growing at over 1.1 trillion every 100 days. Interest on debt will soon surpass defense spending. No exit, no plan, only more debt. This is terminal. What does that tell you? Are you trying to tell me that our illustrious president doesn't know that? That our illustrious vice president doesn't know that? That our loving, caring members of Congress and they don't know it either, but we know it? So you have to understand, we are being destroyed from within. The United States is being erased and pillaged by the 1% and 2%ers. And they have our loving, caring representatives in their back pocket. And that means you and I lose. Unless, of course, we take action. But again, there's so few of us who understand what's going on. No action is going to be taken. And the elite know it. Number 2, artificially suppressed rates plus currency destruction. Fed and the Treasury are buying it all. Sound familiar to you? Now it's both of them buying it all, not just the Fed. This is QE in the shadows on an epic scale. Rates are held steady, like we've been seeing, this phenomenon in the debt market, but the bond market is screaming at those of us who can see it and who understand. How many people in this country actually know what's going on between the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve? A fraction of a fraction of a fraction? That's what I think it is. Again, people must be kept in the dark. They're being used as a tool. Useful idiots. That's it. Rates are held steady, but the bond market is screaming. Result, currency debasement accelerates. Real inflation, question mark, 10% plus at a minimum on essential goods. Deindustrialization of America. I've been screaming about this for as far back as you want to go. Our factories are dying. Manufacturing vanishing. And the number one reason, lack of demand on the back of a dying dollar. Consumers are not consuming. Therefore, factories do not produce. This is a death loop. The U.S. no longer makes, it only borrows and imports. A nation without factories is a nation with no future. Full stop. AI-driven job elimination. I did a whole piece on this yesterday for you. A workforce bloodbath is incoming. Entry-level and mid-level management positions or mid-level positions, period. Creative roles, yeah, even those are all at risk. Not a single new social safety net in place. Dario Amodei said half of jobs are soon going to be gone. He gave it 18 months. And he's the guy building the machine. Cantillon effect. I can't talk about this anymore, but this is what's happening. It's the elite looting the United States of America in real time. Inflation benefits the top first. They buy the assets. Then you get inflated prices later. This is direct wealth extraction on an epic scale. They print it, they spend it, you pay for it. Okay, you don't like it? Then do something about it. Consumer collapse underneath the illusion. Credit card debt. That's across the board. Defaults rising. Auto delinquencies now at record highs. Housing unaffordable. Retail dying in slow motion. But the stock market still rises because it's fake. Floating on massive debt expansion, which in turn brings about a new multiples expansion cycle. Sound familiar to you? I've only been telling you that for 1,000 years. Meaning, investors will pay just about anything to own shares of stock to maintain the illusion. Tariffs, trade war, tensions, supply chain decay, lines, to date, despite what you're being told, we have not had a single, not one, comprehensive trade deal, but you're still paying for it via import tax. I'm sorry, it's tariffs. Not one. Instead, we get new tariffs, which are an import tax, higher cost, it will consumer and U.S. small business squeeze. That's what we got here. That's the best deals that we can get here in the United States. Why? Because the president has put himself end the nation in a corner, back it in. Got to get these deals out before the deadline, which China doesn't get a deadline. We're just rolling back again. There's a truce now between China and the United States. Oh, yeah, they're at a truce here. What happened to all that tough talk? Again, what happened to we're not selling our chips to China. We're going to make them pay. Well, he tacoed on that weeks ago. Whatever Trump says, realize it's a lie. If the man is breathing, it's a lie. Okay? Full stop. Now let's move forward. Shadow bailouts and a new form of QE, again, referring to what's going on here with the Treasury and the Fed. Reverse repos, stealth buybacks, debt rollovers, no accountability, no transparency. The Fed and Treasury now form a single unified death engine. Okay, this is not capitalism. This is monetized collapse. Now, the convergence. All of these, which I just went over with you, are simultaneously accelerating. This has now become a single hurricane of systemic failure. Now, I know when I read this, it goes in one ear and out the other. Again, this is in your inbox right now. You want this? Take advantage of the free trial if you do nothing else. It's freaking free, okay? And then, like I said, you enjoy these morning videos because 6 days from today, Donzo, all over on the Freedom platform. You like it? Subscribe. And then once you subscribe, yes, there is an initial layout of cash. $5 a month if you choose the monthly, or just over $3 a month if you do the yearly. But then unlimited subscriptions for life. If you just share the work, if you get it out there, if you refer people to the Freedom platform. People, tell me what else I can do to make this easier for you, because I want out of YouTube and I need you guys to help me. I've had your back for over 10 years. Don't you think that's worth something here? Let's work together on this, okay, to build something together, not just about free year-end parties, okay, which I have a meeting in 2 days with the person that's what's helping me coordinate this whole thing. We're going to get it all finalized for you guys. He goes, yes, we're going to have a year-end party free for you guys, which that alone is worth the entry fee, okay? But again, people, we're going to do other things that are bigger. We're already doing food drives in multiple places across the United States. How do you feel about that? Those of you that are involved in this, we're paying it forward. Guys, look, man, I want to build something here, and we need each other. We really, really do. At least that's how I feel about it. And I'm trying to make this, again, as simple and as easy for you. You join the Freedom platform, you take your free subscription, you get a week free, and then you like it, you subscribe, then you just click, share, refer, you earn credits towards free subscriptions. It's up to you how many you want. It could be unlimited for life. All you got to do is share the work. And I think this is valuable. Don't you want people to hear this stuff? Anyway, love you guys with all I got. I got 2 interviews today, so I got really a busy day today. I will see you guys later. No live stream. They're gone, okay? I am not allowed to do them. The AI bots turned me off, okay? Right when I cut into this. Do you think I'd be able to talk about this in the live stream? I don't think so either. They would cut me right off. So we are one nation now under surveillance and under control. And these are machines that are doing it. I want you to think about that. This is the beast system. Stablecoin, tokenized system signed into law by President Trump, completely unconstitutional, and he knows it. Imagine what I'm talking about. No coverage from any of the mainstream outlets here. A stablecoin tokenized monetary system, privatized, run by corporations who are going to issue their own tokens as currency. And they're going to make it so nice for you. It's the beast system. You want to be part of it? Good for you. I intend to rebel against it, okay? This is the rebellion here. The Freedom Platform is the revolution. And yes, a lot of you don't like this word, and I frankly don't give a damn. It's the rebellion. We have to rebel against the system. Otherwise, we become slaves to it. Either you fight it or you become a slave to it. You want to wear the mark? Go ahead. You wear the mark. Me and my real lions, we will never wear the mark. I think you know what I'm talking about. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Consider, one more time, you got 6 days. Take advantage of the free trial to the Freedom Platform. Link in the description of this video. Just take advantage of that. If you don't like it, that's fine. We part as friends. I'm still going to love you guys and girls. But if you decide, hey, you know what, this is good stuff. I want to belong to this. It's worth $3 and change a month. Okay, you can earn unlimited subscriptions for free. Okay, you just got to share the work. Refer people. That's it. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Again, no live stream. It's over. I am unable to do them because I'm not being allowed to do it because AI is not permitting it. Again, we're all going to live under that kind of a system. President Trump did two things over the last 2 weeks here, which are an abomination to this nation. Number one, the stablecoin token system signed into law. Completely unconstitutional. Number two, this AI action, go look it up for yourself. Basically, AI is going to invade and pervade every aspect of your entire life. Across the board, I did a video on this. There's a paper like this in your inbox which outlines everything you need to know. Again, if you subscribe to the Freedom Platform, what are you waiting for, people? Love you. I'll see you later.